What is up, guys? It's Tommy here and welcome to a brand new transfer news and update video. And I gathered all the latest biggest transfer news stories around the world. So if you enjoy these types of videos, and I'm sure many of you do, leave a like on this video and let me know in the comments below which transfers were the biggest so far, which transfers do you want to see happen, which transfers should your club, your favorite club make. And the La Parisienne newspaper, which is a very big French newspaper, is reporting that N'Golo Kante is on his way to Chelsea. I Google translated this article, it's originally in French, and basically the two English clubs agreed a fee of approximately 35 million euros, which is a significantly higher price than the initial release clause of 26 million pounds. But I think the release clause only applies for Champions League clubs, so non-Champions League clubs like Chelsea, for example, have to bid a lot higher. And Antonio Conte, since he came in to Chelsea, he made N'Golo Kante a priority signing for Chelsea, and rightfully so, because he's exactly the type of player that Chelsea needs. And I'm quite surprised that the likes of Manchester United and Arsenal, especially Arsenal, didn't go in for N'Golo Kante, because Arsenal can offer Champions League football. I think Arsenal need Kante even more than Chelsea, because Arsenal, you know, they only have Coquelin, and when Coquelin gets injured, they don't really have a very good defensive midfielder. Kante already got offered an improved contract from Leicester. Sky Sports are reporting this. This is today's article, but I think Kante rejected that offer. I read that in numerous reports that Kante doesn't want to stay with Leicester because he can get a lot more money at another club, and I think he thinks that Leicester winning the Premier League is a once-in-a-lifetime achievement, but at Chelsea he will have a shot at regular trophy. This is a big signing for Chelsea. I'm very jealous of them, because I would have loved to see Kante at Liverpool, but at the moment we didn't go in for him. I think Jurgen Klopp wants to sign other midfielders. And also Liverpool winger Jordan Ibe has agreed terms with Bournemouth. This is also this morning breaking news. So basically the club already accepted the 15 million offer. And I think it's a good move for all parties. Consider that Liverpool have a buyback clause on Jordan Ibe, Liverpool have a sell-on clause inserted into Jordan Ibe's deal, transfer rather, and basically he will be only on the bench at Liverpool, and he is at the moment behind the pecking order of Sergio Ojo. And to be honest, 15 million pounds for a bench player who scored only one goal in 41 Premier League games is brilliant. And yes, Jordan Ibe is a huge talent, but we don't know yet, will he fulfill his potential or not. If he does, we can always still buy him back for maybe 20 million pounds if he goes on to become this superstar of a player, which I'm not really sure. And if Klopp, I trust Klopp's decision. If Klopp thinks that Jordan Ibe is better off elsewhere, then I'm all for it. And also Klopp has told Mario Balotelli that he must leave Liverpool in order to further his career. He said, I can talk of Mario because that one is obvious. Everything is been good, all is okay, and now he's here. We will do everything we can to get him fit, but he's not at the stage of his career where he should be battling with 4 or 5 other players for 1 or 2 positions. So most of the time Liverpool will only play with 1 striker up front, and we already have Sturridge, Origi, Danny Ings, and you know, Balotelli and Benteke, and that's five strikers for just 1 position is too much, especially if you consider that Sadio Mane can play up front, Roberto Firmino can play up front. So I think Balotelli and Benteke will be sold. And I would love Liverpool to sign another striker, but I don't think that's priority. I think we need a left back and a centre midfielder a lot more. And I'm actually very annoyed at this. The Mirror newspaper is reporting that Christian Bestake's Crystal Palace move is in danger because Liverpool want to get the full price for him, £32.5 million. That's the amount that Liverpool bought Benteke for at the beginning of last season. But I think Benteke didn't have a good season and he didn't have a good Euros, so I think his price should come down a little bit, even if the other prices are inflated. So Crystal Palace offered like 27 or 28 million plus add-ons. I think if Crystal Palace don't want to offer more, I think we should accept it, because if Benteke won't start for us, he will be on the bench most of the games if he stays, and his price will be even lower next summer, so we will lose even more money on him. So I think we should accept, Liverpool should accept the £27 million offer and reinvest that money into the midfield, into the defense, into the left back position. That's my opinion. And yeah, let's take a look at another story. I mean, what on earth, England, what are you thinking? You hire Roy Hodgson, and when Roy Hodgson does absolute disastrously in the Euros and in the World Cup previously, you interview Sam Allardyce. I mean, no disrespect, but Sam Allardyce is a mid-table manager just like Roy Hodgson. England will never ever freaking learn from their mistakes. What? I mean, what do you think about this? I could go on a 30-minute rant video on England right now. It's just absolutely disgraceful in my opinion how England and the FA are acting towards the England job. I mean, they should look elsewhere. They should look at other foreign managers. And here are the latest paper talks. So it could be that Manchester United could target Fabregas if he's deemed surplus to requirements at Chelsea. That's not a certainty yet, but if Kante goes to Chelsea, maybe Fabregas could be sold. We shall wait and see. He definitely had a bad second half of the season. Sissoko's representatives have called on Rafa Benitez to step into their angry row with with the 35 million price tag. I mean, what is Newcastle thinking? Sissoko had a great Euros, but he's not worth 35 million pounds. And I think Sissoko's agent is afraid that no club will bid 35 million for Sissoko. And it looks like Peter Crouch could be on his way to Newcastle and to play for Rafa Benitez again. He's 35 years old. And I think it could be a really good move. Peter Crouch could still score quite a few goals in the championship. And this is crazy how Robson Kanu, who isn't with a club anymore, and he had a fantastic Euro tournament. He scored that fantastic Cruyff turn goal against Belgium. He's offered £100,000 a week to move to the Chinese Super League. I mean, even if for that money, don't do it, man. Come on, just sign for a Premier League club and maybe do it like 5 years from now. So yeah, you can read all these comments. Sadly, Mamadou Sakho looks like he will be out for a month with an Achilles injury. Klopp confirmed that yesterday in an interview that he could train on and off. Like one day he could train at the end of last season, the next day he could not train because of his Achilles injury. So rather than going under the knife, rather than getting an operation and be out for 3 or 4 months, he's just resting it. But that means that we are stuck with it. Looks like we are stuck with Lovren and Matip, and Matip also has a small injury. And also I would be very worried if we went in with Matip as our starting centre back, because he never played in the Premier League. And he's in for a shock, especially against the big teams like Arsenal and Tottenham. We are playing some big teams at the beginning of the season, so I still think that we should sign another centre back. Jonathan Tah of Bayer Leverkusen would be perfect. And Manchester City wants to sign John Stones. I don't understand why, because John Stones, even though he's a good, talented young player, he makes too many mistakes. Maybe Guardiola sees him as a rough diamond and maybe he can coach his mistakes out of him. But it's a big gamble. For something like 40-45 million pounds, you should sign a world-class centre-back who is already ready to play at the highest level. I don't think John Stones is ready. If you watch the Premier League regularly last season, you could see that in the big games he made some big mistakes. And just breaking news, just like minutes before making this video, Skrtel has passed his Fenerbahce medical. So adios Skrtel, thank you for your 9 years of service. But frankly, since Carragher retired, Skrtel hasn't been good enough defensively in my opinion. The whole Liverpool defense hasn't been good enough defensively. If you check the last 3 seasons and how many goals Liverpool conceded, on average we concede about 50 goals a season in the Premier League only, and that's just not good enough in my opinion for a team of Liverpool's stature. So I'm actually happy that Skrtel is sold to Fenerbahce and we got a bit of money for him. So yeah, that's good. But anyway, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this transfer news update video. If you did, smash the like button. Thanks for watching guys, stay awesome, see you later, goodbye.